Have you ever gotten in a fight? Actually, even like maybe clap back in any way?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You won, I hope.
I did. And guess who I was hitting?
Who?
A man.
Simon says.
Simon says.
Simon says.
Simon says.
Simon says.
It's the Simon Says podcast.
Women are like, they like sweet nothings. Like, just tell me something sweet. Like, tell me something
Like,
nice.
I love your eyebrows.
Thank you.
Like,
Like, you see?
small things. Like, you took time with your nails today, and I appreciate that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Look, by the way, guys, let me as we're discussing this, guys, let me even tell you something a little secret, even as we're on this topic. When it comes to even complimenting women or even talking about them, there are two things even I'll tell you to even focus on when it comes to compliments. The things that women pay attention to, the details that they actually focus on with their beauty. Focus on, talk about their eyebrows. It's as if you're talking about, it's the same way they feel about, for example, when they talk about our penis size. Now, it's almost the same way. So if you talk about her eyebrows, or even if she's done maybe even her nails and stuff, little things like that, and if you compliment them in the positive way, it goes a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
It's a
than actually-
conversation starter.
It is. And,
You're like, where did you get those eyebrows?
no, don't go now like gay. Don't go because your friends don't. You like, hey, let me tell you about whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But even just complimenting it on like, I like the way you took time to do that. But she knows that actually you're complimenting her for the effort that she put in because
She want to look good for you.
exactly because women actually take pride in their beauty.
Oh, yeah.
Just like how men take pride in provision.
Okay.
Because that's why even us guys, when we actually now when we provide, look at you now giving me that squinted eye look.
Because I wanna hear this. I'm
Just that-
learning.
because the key thing is when it comes to us men, we say I love you because I was able to get this for you.
Oh.
We take that's our love. That's how we actually take pride in.
So you don't have to say you love me. You just buy me nice shit.
That's we think that's the way that's actually we're showing you that we actually love you. I love you because I'm able to give you money for salon and actually able to do this. Like baby's got this. But in
Where
fact,
are all these men? Where are men like you?
Exactly.
Damn! Like Awako.
no, but they are there.
They're not.
Yeah,
Like,
no, now let me ask you now. Let's be real. Even like your past relationships now. Why would you say like? Have you learned anything from past relationships?
Oh, yeah.
What have you learned?
I've learned to be independent.
Independent in which way? What do you mean?
Money-wise.
Oh, because you feel like money was being used to control you.
Money is used to control people. That's just a fact. In marriages, people actually stay because they're scared of the next big thing. Like, what's gonna happen if I leave? What's gonna happen like to my shit? I don't have a place to stay. Like stuff like that. So be independent. And know your space, know yourself, love yourself. Because Nime realized people, we try to get love from people. Like, is it, how do I say that? You want to be like shown that you're loved. Yeah, love yourself. There's no other person who can make you
Not
happy.
masturbate. No, I mean, not
You
masturbate.
could if it makes you happy. You could. Okay, so I'm basically is just make yourself happy before you can make somebody else happy, because that's the basis of everything.
What if now this person? What if you make me happy, and then I attach my happiness to you?
That's a problem.
Because
That's the
then
problem.
what happens is, even I want to go a little deeper on that. What happens is if I attach my happiness to you, is that now I now lose any internal happiness. I'm not able to give you actually real. What happens is I become all clingy, I become all up in your space, and I become all that. And now when I associate happiness with you, I now actually lose any form of even fuel to actually even give you really real happiness on your end.
You see?
You can't
It
exude what you
doesn't
don't have.
work. It doesn't work.
And now what happens is, because what I think I've always seen even my own like way of looking at things is that I have even my past relationships, one relationship even that because you've gone through a heartbreak, right?
Oh yeah.
How was that, first of all, before I talk about mine?
It was painful. I actually cried. There's this guy I used to date. I wouldn't say his name.
Don't need.
But it was
Thomas, Philip, Brian, Kevin.
You're waiting for a reaction.
Go ahead.
But no, there's no reaction. You would not get his name. It's very unique.
Thaddeus.
No.
Continue.
But he got married.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that hit you?
was big for me.
That hit you?
That was huge.
That hit you?
It hit me. Like, and it was a year later after our breakup, and he got married. That really like hit something in my heart, because Have you ever met somebody? Let me ask you. Have you ever met somebody who is like super nice? Not even super nice. Like giving people like wanaitwaje?
He's a giver.
No, he's like a caring person. Ni kama ukipata mtu kwa streets hana viatu, anaweza toa zake, ampe.
What?
I'm serious. Alikuwa that good. So me, I okay. The thing between me and him that didn't work was religion.
Oh, that's the only thing.
Religion is a big thing, guys.
Yeah, it is, because beliefs actually go a big way. How did you actually now overcome, like get out of that heartbreaking scenario? Because a lot of people go through that, especially during Rona, breakups.
Yeah.
And going on.
Like it's hard out here. Corona.
Exactly. How did you get out of that?
Okay. One thing I really did, I tried to focus more on myself. And
first of all, what did you do wrong? Let's start with that gist of what
did I do wrong?
Yeah.
I refused to change my religion.
Oh, which is?
I'm a Christian.
Oh, okay. I'm like, which you? I was like,
I'm not a Muslim.
Oh, you're Christian.
Yeah,
okay.
and he was a Muslim.
I got you.
So inabidi uslimike, that's what they say.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, which was kind of like, it's a life changer.
It's a big transition. I totally understand.
Huge. You have to wear all this hijab and everything.
And now look what you got. I mean, how are you gonna cover up all this?
And no makeup, no nothing, right?
and no doing your edges because you
like
do your edges.
Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. I'm pretty under all this.
but I totally understand. Yeah, I mean, because even like one thing, even as did you go through it? You said you cried a lot.
Mm-hmm. That is part of it. You have to let it go. Because I realize people are so skeptical about like crying and releasing your emotion. Crying is like the best thing you could do. Because it actually like releases you and unatoa uchungu. There's this pain inside you that you can't hold. That's why you cry. So you have to cry. So I cried a lot. I watched a lot of movies.
Movies as help you escape, right?
Oh my God, yes. Like because at that point you want to remove your mind from the breakup and stop thinking about what you could have done better or like stuff like that. So yeah, you basically just focus on yourself. Try to make yourself happy, because in Africa point
did you ever reach a point where you were actually watching a lot of motivational videos and stuff like that?
Oh hell no.
Are you serious? Hey, for me it was different.
Tell me. I want to know.
Hey, I mean, like, I totally understand, like, there is that, because even when I went through my heartbreak, first of all, I went through, there's a stage that everybody goes through where you come self-doubt and self-evaluation, where you actually now start seeing, am I a person of value? And then you start evaluating yourself. Because even now, I valued myself to her based on sex, for example. That's actually what I placed my value on. I was like, yo, if I put it down, she ain't go nowhere. She used to constantly say that. She used to, like, that was the main thing. She actually even had worse sex with someone else. And then she came back, she's like, yo, okay, I still want you to lick. But
this is not love.
But then that's not what it is.
That's not love.
And now what made me, of course, went on a rampage, 6 months rampage of constant sex. Crazy. Just to overcome one person. Very, what you call it, focused, like you have, okay, of course I can sense that you have a little strong ego inside there, which is good. I can smell it.
Good to have some
I can
ego.
smell it. Because if someone was to insult you, like, yo, I don't like your hair, you're gonna immediately like clap back, right? You don't clap back? What happens when you do when you're angry?
Most of the time, okay, kuna zile comments when you're walking and somebody would make like a really silly comment, like something that you'd be like, really? Like you even stand and like, really? What is going on with you?
Have you ever gotten in a fight? Actually, even like maybe clap back in any way?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You won, I hope.
I did. And guess who I was hitting?
Who?
A man.
Oh. First of all, that's abuse.
I knew you were gonna say that. But man, like, okay.
But was it valid? Like, what happened? Like, you actually fought?
Yeah.
Okay.
He put his hands on me, so like I had to defend myself, and I won the fight. The point is, don't look at yourself like a man who can beat women out here. There's some really strong women out here. You can't be like, now you're going to hit women. Me kwanza, I really hate that. That shows like a certain personality that, like, kwani ulifunzwa na nani? Who taught you like to hit women out here? Because if you do that, I've been in a really bad like situation. There's a time I was working for a producer, and I talked about this on my podcast. If you guys have not heard it,
Plug. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my podcast, I talked about like this producer who I used to work for as a makeup artist. There's this time amenipeleka to a shoot, and then after the shoot, like he was to take me home. So Kwanjia, he has like this thing he's doing with his hands on my thigh, and I was like,
He's
yo,
rubbing up on those thighs.
he's rubbing up, and I didn't like it. So I told him, yeah, that's kind of inappropriate. So don't do that. Si tunafika tu sai, and I told you I'm not into some things. So he immediately like got so defensive, and he's like, oh, Sasa, now that's what you're going to do. I gave you a job. Nini, nini. Hey, people are out here giving jobs because of...
Yeah, because they want something back in return.
Don't give me no job if you're going to do that, please. Tafadhali.
What happened?
So he put me like, tumefika. And then he's like, I told him, oh, so he owed me like 10 Gs. So I told him, can you pay me? Like, yeah, because I did like a whole 6 hours of work. So he immediately like reaches out for his wallet, and I told like 4,000 alinitupia. Like
in your face, like
yeah, like get out. And then gladly I picked my money up.
And then
I'm like, 4,000. You owe me like 6,000 now. He's like, nah, I didn't pay the rest of that. You're even lucky. You're lucky I gave you that. I'm like, I'm lucky, or did I work for it? I need my money. So I like reached out, and I was like, Aki, please just give me my money.
Oh, you used the humility thingy. Okay, gotcha.
I'm a very nice person until like I go red. So when I touched him, I don't know, it triggered something, because he immediately threw a blow on my face. Like he hit me in his car, and
straight up punch.
Not even a punch. Like it was like
flogging.
Like he was trying to, I don't know, kill me or something.
One.
Like
seriously. Like a real fight.
Like a real fight.
And then?
So I was in the car trying to like get the door to open, but you know the thing
the
is
up and down.
Kwanza sasa ni ngumu kupata at that time. You're all over.
You're like knocked out, like what's going on? What the fuck?
Exactly. He even ripped my trench coat. It was ripped. I went to the police. Yeah.
Hey, you took, and then of course
there's a settlement. Yeah. You have to pay me for me going to the hospital and all that. Like there's a proper way to do it. Go to the police, because they're there to help you. Even though ni Kenya, sijui utatoa nini, utapewa nini.
Of course,
obviously.
that's a realistic. That being real, like of course you must go to the police and get that OB number. Then if you get that OB number, you must start out, get that person. Yeah. And now they get that number, then they call him up.
Yeah.
What? I know that process. Yeah, that's the truth.
So after amekuja, lazima discuss. Do you want him to go to jail? I wanted him to go to jail.
Die!
Like I wanted him to go to jail because he really like messed me up. My mental, physical, like everything. Because ilifika point now I was really scared to go even outside at night. It was really bad. Nanielewa for like 3 months.
That's a lot, because even one thing that you've just made very clear is that when you said no, then that says like, because I'm now trying to like wonder, like we men have a problem with accepting rejection.
Rejection is the thing that like makes you go crazy.
And because we validate our worth based on your because if you say no, we're saying okay, so I'm not good enough.
I'm not worth it.
Yeah, I'm not good enough. Kind of like, for example, like because even I've seen like a lot of guys even like, because just because a girl says no, it's no for her.
Yeah.
And because even does not say anything about you as an individual.
Yeah.
Because one big thing, even every man has gone through even that phase of where they feel like, because the worst thing even a woman can tell a guy is that your penis is small, you're a tiny guy, whatever. And the key thing is that if any woman literally like makes fun of a man's penis size, I literally say you're almost committing domestic violence.
Is that bad?
Yes. Because a man's ego, I would honestly say that.
What if I was telling you?
No, but it's okay.
Telling you to improve.
You can say sour. You can say like that. But I would say honestly, it's like that. I've never gotten that, but
look at him.
But I would actually honestly say that because I can honestly know how a man applies his ego to that. Just the same way that man felt like you we're saying no. Who are you to say no? And then he's now applying whatever power he has, which is now his force on you.
Yeah.
Which that's now a man who's easily bruised, and a man who's not actually gotten wholesome, like accepting who he is. Like for example, right now, as I am right now, any girl who even tells me, "Oh, your penis is small," I am very comfortable because I know literally my inches are valid. And I know what I've done with them, and I have experience, and I'm very comfortable with who I am.
And they are entitled
so
to their
that insult
opinion.
does not bounce off me.
You always have to remember people are entitled to their own opinions.
And honestly, any man who literally like does not accept rejection, I honestly see that as low dick energy.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because if you can't accept that rejection, that means as a man, literally, you should be able to accept more rejection because you ladies now, you are not comfortable accepting rejection because y'all don't receive it a lot.
Ooh, that is true.
Y'all don't. Us men, we're built for rejection. We go one time, we go do a business over here, it fails. 20, go over here, it fails. 20 again.
But I think women actually deal with it better.
Not really.
Why? Are you
Not
saying
in all
really?
cases. Women do not handle rejection at their best actually because you're not built for that. You're not built for a man saying no to you if in case, for example, you want to buy something. Like, can you get me this little thing over here? I say no. You feel like I've denied you because you feel a level of entitlement. I would say women have a level of entitlement towards being given because because they've been given all their lives. For example, you have options. You usually have more options, so hence your level of entitlement is a little bit higher. Us guys, we gotta go get it. A man's value is built by what he actually does. A woman's value is innate. You're there innately, like you already have it from the moment even you're 18. You have even open forum, even because of your beauty, because of how you look, you already have certain value.
Which is wrong.
As guys, we have to build, like being honest, that's why women, you see the girls saying that ladies have like older men. Why? They're more comfortable in themselves. They're more established. They offer more level of security, and that's what even I was saying that. What do you think about that?
I think you're right. Okay, people do actually fall for older men because actually, to be honest, the first thing I think about is maturity. There's some things that would be an argument in another relationship that like this guy doesn't care about. It's petty, like it's really petty. Cause
what are those petty arguments? Like for example, like just to discuss this.
Let me tell you, there's one thing that broke one of my relationships, and I was done. So this guy was telling me about. So I have friends, right? So if we're in a relationship,
I got friends.
Yeah. So if we have friends, like. I can see my friends, you can see your friends, and doesn't mean I'm cheating, right? So I was going to see a friend and it rained. So like it's you can't get out. You have to stay until the rain like calms down,
course,
right?
Yeah.
Obviously. So when
Especially
this guy calls me, ako like, ati, where are you? And I'm like, sijafika nyumbani bado, but I'll call you nikifika. Yeah, not a good place to talk right now. So he's like, oh, fine. Nokusema, nokuniambia. Ukuniambia umetoka umeenda wapi?
That's being overly possessive, and it goes even both ways. Someone who does that always like people can be overly possessive based on their own insecurities.
Yeah.
And I would say the people who are overly possessive at one time or another either cheated in their past relationship
or they were cheated on.
Exactly. So people act based on their previous experiences. Some big mind-blowing thing that I heard was that if there's any disagreement between two people, that means there's a level of ignorance on your part. There's a level of ignorance on my part because we don't actually understand, because that's what leads to the conflict.
Argument. Yeah.
Exactly. Because now your ignorance comes from your bias of like something happened in your past and everything. And you mentioned cheating. Is cheating always a deal breaker?
Simon says.
Simon says.
Simon says.
Simon says.
Simon says.
It's the Simon Says podcast.